to silence. You know, by me not speaking, everybody's giving me their attention. We communicate without communicating first with our bodies, and we connect through our bodies first before we speak. My name is Tony Shivers, and I grew up in Asheville. I grew up fast. I didn't have a bad home, but I grew up very fast. All-conference baseball player. Tried out for the Major Leagues Braves 2 times. Tried out for the Blue Devil Rays. Always been on the AB honor roll. Got my high school year, only black guy in my honors classes, and didn't know how to deal with racism, so I dropped back down to my normal classes, which was the worst thing I could have ever done. And one of my teachers, Miss Ursula Shaw, anytime I see her, I thank her and I appreciate her because she didn't let me drop back down. But as growing up, my daddy died when I was about 8 years old. And going through school, I deal with a lot of anger issues. And just to fast forward, communication saved my life. Communication. Not knowing how to communicate emotions. As men, we grow up, you don't cry, you don't talk about emotions, you don't share those things. If whatever it is, you keep it bottled in. So with the communication thing, I didn't share my emotions. And people would tell me my kind heart would get me killed. So if coming through school and things like that, my outlet was baseball. Started out wrestling. Small and jolly. Probably about 115 pounds. Got tired of getting slammed. Quit wrestling. Tried football. Wasn't big enough. You know, I was a wide receiver. Come in 5 and in. If you're a quarterback and you were not on the same terms, if he throw it and you reach up in the air, you'll get flipped. So I got tired of getting hit by a cornerback, which was 225 pounds. In middle school, they was already lifting weights and on creatine, so they was like grown men to me. I walked out the field, had an anger problem, I quit. So I said, I'm gonna play something that I'm good at. So I started playing baseball. And if you got coaches that love you and invest in you, stick with it. I had coaches from the time I was 5, followed me all the way through high school. But when I left middle school, I didn't move with those coaches. Once I got a certain age, I didn't have the mentor. So in '95, my first encounter with the police was a knock at the door. And you know that knock, and it said, who is it? And it was the first time the police came into my home to take my brother out because he was convicted of armed robbery for 3 to 5 years. And I'm going to high school for the first time, small guy, and you're going with these bigger guys. Now you got to deal with bullies and all these things that came upon. So it's either when they say you can't beat them, join them. So back then it was like neighborhood gangs. Everywhere you stayed, that's what you was in. Either you was in it or you was gonna get beat up. So either you join them or you with them. So when I was going to school at that time, I was living in Mountainside, so they had this thing, MSP, then I moved all over the South Side, then I was in Leeward Heights, then I was in all these places. And I didn't know the power of influence, because I was the youngest one, and I figured out survival to the point where these people was following me. And so it was not that I knew what I was doing, it became survival. At a point, it was every day, when he talked about movies and music, I would watch movies and figure out how to take the biggest guy and talk to him and have him do something that I couldn't do. And all these things that I learned, I purposely learned this stuff, and through music, I wore this shirt for a reason. Because I got into the streets from a very small need. We all have unmet needs. And if it's not channeled right or understood, you will do anything to accomplish it. That's this thing that said, lust, temptation, and frustration will make you kill, will make you steal, will make you forget who you are, will make you steal for your mom, will make you curse your dad. It will make you give up everything that your parents ever worked for their whole life for a split second. By me not knowing who I was, I began to, let's say, people that like acting. If you role play, every year there's a holiday called Halloween. You can dress up and be whoever you want to be. I never took the suit off because I liked the attention and the power that I assumed that I was getting. Just like butter when you throw it in the pan, it looks good going in, but as soon as it heat up, it vanishes. And that's what happened with a lifestyle. I began to think that I was getting a lot of power. The